Welcome back, everybody. So I know you can't believe it, but the midterms are basically upon us, or they will be in no time flat. And Texas has led the way for redistricting battles all across the country. And now it's brought itself to Ohio. So joining me now is candidate for Congress in Ohio, Alea Nadim. Alea, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks, Amanda, for having me. And yes, you are correct. It's already coming. The 2026 election cycle is here.
I know it. And it feels like we just got through the general election, and now President Trump makes every day feel like he has jam-packed a week into 24 hours. So, I think we're all a little bit forgiven when we feel that way. But when it comes to the midterms and looking forward, this district that you are running for, it's currently represented by a Democrat, but this is right-leaning. It's R+3.
Amanda, you're correct. Yeah. So actually the president won it by 6%. And we had a congressional candidate who unfortunately was not able to flip it. And so, I've put my name in the hat because we really should have won it last cycle, right? That individual had the resources, had the presidential endorsement. And I think that's the difference between having a show horse and a workhorse, right? So I'm here to work. I announced my campaign in April because I fully realized what you have to do to beat somebody like Ms. Marcy Kaptur, who's held this seat, by the way, for 42 years.
Oh, come on.
And so 42 years, she's 79. It's time to go. Time's up.
It's time to go. It's time to hang it up. My gosh, how many of these people are we going to have in Congress? Okay, so I want my audience to get to know you a little bit. Tell everybody about you, about your background, what you do for a living, and you already told us why you wanted to jump in, which I think is completely admirable. But give us the nuts and the bolts of who you are.
Yeah, thanks, Amanda. So, I grew up here in Toledo, Ohio. And I had this really unfortunate incident that happened when I was a child. I was actually kidnapped to Iraq, and I lived under Saddam Hussein. So from 8 years old to 11, lived under a completely different world, lived in a dictatorship. And I never, ever thought I would make it back home, being kidnapped.
Sure.
But the FBI, the U.S. government, and my mother fought like hell for 3.5 years to get me back. And they did. They finally got me back. So at age 11, I come back to the United States. I have to sort of be reintegrated. And every day I've been grateful to live under this flag. And then when I'm a junior in high school, 9/11 happens. And the same country that rescued me was asking me to serve. And it was I am not necessarily what you would think of as a military person. I can dance, but I felt compelled that I had to serve the same country. So I ended up joining the United States Air Force right after my senior year, became an intelligence officer. Have really focused on the Middle East, have worked in the United States Senate as a military legislative liaison. I've worked at the National Security Council. And so that's been my career for 21 years, is serving. And then I really feel I have to do something about what's happening in our country. And I feel very liberated to share that I've been a conservative, right? As a military person, can't always share what your beliefs are. And so I'm really happy to be part of what the president's doing.
Oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to say this word, but you're a badass. I mean, what an incredible story. I am so glad that you decided to make this turn to go into public service. And I know the people of Ohio are going to be really excited about getting to know you and hearing about your platform. But I want to ask you, because, we are just a week away from Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I was just talking with one of our producers here, and there's still just such a dark cloud over our newsroom, over our bureau, over our studio, and it feels like American values are under attack. And it's not just because of Charlie's assassination, it's because of the reaction that we are seeing. I mean, my X feed is full. I mean, every single post is about someone else, another professor, another nurse, another doctor, another government worker, another someone who has something nasty and disgusting to say about Charlie Kirk. And it feels like it's open season on conservatives. How do we defend those Judeo-Christian values that our country was founded on in the wake of all of that?
Amanda, it's heartbreaking to watch people rally against somebody's death. This is an American first and foremost. We have lost our way when we're cheering for somebody. And I'm really tired of hearing, well, he reaped what he sowed. No, absolutely not. Nobody, you can speak whatever you want. Nobody deserves to die at the hand of a weapon like that. Not in America. And so I've always been proud to be a conservative, but I've never been prouder. And I'm actually really excited for these midterms because I think you're seeing an insight what happened to Mr. Kirk, unfortunately, and people celebrating. I think hopefully this wakes up other Democrats to go, is this the party that we want? The party that's celebrating somebody's death? So I think people are going to show in the polls what they really want, and they're going to support conservative values. And that's what I'm fighting for.
Yeah, we've just got about 60 seconds left. So thank goodness we have a president in office who has all but eviscerated any illegal crossings across our southern border. So that issue is pretty much taken care of. Now, we still have the illegals who are in this country, but Tom Homan's doing a bang-up job of deporting, especially the violent ones, and getting them out of our country. But our fiscal house is an absolute dumpster fire. So I can imagine that's something that is on the hearts and minds of Ohioans. Tell us about your campaign and the things that you're talking to your constituents about, or your future constituents.
No, thank you. I mean, the biggest thing is manufacturing, right? We have hollowed out Northwest Ohio. So the current representative, under her watch, 400,000 manufacturing jobs have been lost since she's been on the watch. You get an F for your grade card there, right? We have one of the largest fentanyl problems in Ohio. We unfortunately lead number 7 in the United States for overdoses, and then 80% is related to fentanyl, and that's affected our cities. And then under her watch, we went from 1.1 trillion in deficit to almost 37 trillion. So your report card is enough. So I am focused on manufacturing, bringing those jobs back, really making sure we clean up this drug problem, which you're seeing the president do with crime and drugs, and then really legitimately reducing our deficit, because our children are not going to be able to own a house in the future. They're not going to be able to have a decent income if we don't fix this. So those are my priorities.
I love that. And I know that that's going to be resounding among the people there in Ohio, because it's such a manufacturing state. We love Ohio here at Just the News. Alea Nadeem, very quickly before we let you go, tell everybody where they can find out more about your campaign.
Yes, aleaforcongress.com. Please check me out. Please support me. If you believe in a conservative and you're ready for change, I'm your lady.
I love it. I love it. Alea, thanks so much for joining us. We'll have you back on again very soon.
Thanks.